This is a continuation of the Kentucky tour that I went on. It's been a few months since I actually went on it, so I'm watching these videos for the first time, pretty much, and I'm just gonna create a really cool vibe for this one, really relaxed, as we climb up into the sky in the Eiffel Tower. As you can see, Paris is quite a large place. It's very vast, and I thought it was quite flat. I wanted to see the catacombs, but apparently they are somewhere quite a distance out of the central. God, I'm yawning already. A bit of the way, it was a bit of the way out from where I was. So we're taking the elevator up, and we're going pretty high, just like I thought I would, but I didn't. This is getting really crazily high, and as you can see, when you're up there, you don't really have that concept in your mind that you're so up so high. It's ridiculous. I don't know if many people afraid of heights have ever gone up there and have been okay with it, because there's a lot of climbing and you're on these metal bars and stuff. It's a lot of metal, steel, and you're on the outside, so there's only like a few meters separating you and certain death. I mean, it's all secure, but it's like climbing a tree, and you're basically breathing the air at that height, and you're seeing things. And if this structure wasn't here, we'd fall. So it's kind of a weird, that I always think this kind of thing through. I always think too much into these things. Same thing with the Empire State Building. I really ruminate on things like that. There were a number of things that I wanted to see in Paris. Since we only had one day, it was kind of difficult. And it was closed on that Tuesday that we were there. So the Eiffel Tower, of course, I'd be so disappointed if I went there and didn't see that. That's like the major thing. And then the catacombs were just too far away from where we had to be at certain times and everything. Because Kentucky runs on, like, you have to be certain place, certain time, things like that, to follow their activities and all that. But they give you a bit of free time. it was very hot that day, that's what I remember. And I wish I had known more about Paris. I still don't know very much of anything about it. I just know Ronin, that film Ronin, was shot there, in parts of it anyway. This is really terrible. I should know more. I know there's a lot of Napoleon history around. I just had no time to read up on that stuff, and to be honest, it doesn't really interest me at this point. Maybe one day, but I went there to understand the geometry of Europe, and I had the world wars in the back of my mind all the time, and I was just trying to think like how like invading other countries, because they're all so close together and all that. I was just wondering, like, the distances between them all. There's, imagine a giant force of people, soldiers and stuff, coming into your city and saying, like, fighting you, saying it's no longer yours, get out. That'd be quite something to think about. But yeah, I know a lot of movies have been shot in Paris, and like it's very hard unless you've got a guidebook or something that tells you where everything has been shot. But I know that Inception was filmed in certain places, and the bridge that they go on, Ariadne shows Cobb. She's demonstrating to him how to build things in the dream, and bad things start happening. But we'll get there pretty soon, because after the Eiffel Tower, I'll explain that bit later, but after the Eiffel Tower, we didn't have much time to do anything, so I quickly had to go somewhere really close to be able to see, and I really wanted to see that bridge as well. It's really famous. It's been in a number of films, also Last Tango in Paris, with Marlon Brando, and it's in the actual first scene when he is walking down and is in absolute misery, and I think he says, "Fuck you, God," or something, a fucking cunt or something, I don't know. But yeah, he says that, and I guess that because I love movies so much, I prefer going to places where I can kind of relive going to see locations that I am so familiar with, and basically, yeah, I'd love to go to Chicago because that's another place where so much has been shot in recent years, and